We're at the accommodation right now and we want to set out, but there's a little situation. Basically, I don't know if you can tell, but there are tons of ants and it has infested the bike somewhat. And they seem to be coming from the pot over here. It's not only at the engine, but it's on our headlights. Right now, before we leave, we have to deal with this situation. We're gonna drive around the block and there seems to be a water hose, so we're gonna water down the whole bike. Good morning, everyone. Today we're off to a relatively slow start. Unfortunately, Allan wasn't feeling too good this morning. His tummy was turning a little bit, so we actually went out a bit later. We checked out and everything, and when we came out we saw the bike in this state, so we couldn't leave right away as well. We didn't want to sit on the bike and have all the ants crawling up our gloves or our boots, so we're still camping here for a little while before we head off. While riding into this accommodation yesterday, we actually passed by a lot of the small roads and you can actually see the lifestyle of the villagers. They have the huge piece of land, tall trees, and the road is really very beautiful. So before we head out, we're just gonna explore the area around here. So let's go! Now we're on our way to a scenic spot where we can take some nice pictures with the bike. We are now entering the pine forest. Basically here there's a lot of pine trees and it's a very scenic spot. Today is a very hot day, so the shade that the trees provide is much appreciated and it's really quite beautiful. I've never seen so many pine trees in one place before. At the pine trees area and it's really beautiful. We got some really good photos here as well. I'm just gonna walk in here just a little bit. So in this area they don't only have coconut trees, but they have this huge area of pine trees as well. It's not that long from what I see. It's like 1 to 2 meters, but it's nice. You get to see a different side of Thailand. Stopped at the PTT station, took a little break, went inside Amazon Cafe. Unfortunately, Allan is still not feeling too great. His stomach is churning, so we're taking a break here for a while. In the meantime, I ordered some drinks and some cake. We'll just rest here for a little bit until he feels better before we go back on the road. Unfortunately, the stomach is still cramping on and off, but we're just gonna make our way and see how much distance we can cover. If we need, we will stop at another rest stop later. We did take the medication in the morning and the diarrhea did stop, but now there's a stomach cramping. We're not quite sure what happened. Allan and I had the same food and the same water, but maybe he's more sensitive to certain type of waters. So far we've been really careful with what we eat and drink. For the most part, we're not too sensitive to Thailand foods, but sometimes the tummy just decides to get a little bit sensitive. Now it's getting later in the day and we're slowly gonna make our way to the next accommodation. It's funny how you consider that to the left of me, somewhere beyond the mountains, is actually Myanmar. as you're riding up towards the northern part of Thailand, towards Bangkok. This small stretch of land is actually divided between Thailand and Myanmar. So somewhere right beyond there in the horizon is actually another country altogether. We arrived at the accommodation, and as we were turning in, we see a lot of different type of rooms available. So basically there's these types that they have the big drive-through, and there's that type that is like a smaller room, I guess, located on the first floor or the second floor. We parked on the far end so that we can just get down and go for the check-in. And as we were walking through, I was saying that this definitely isn't our rooms, because we usually travel quite budget and then we're fine with whatever, but I assume that these are the bigger rooms, so you'll pay a higher price. And after the check-in, turns out that this is our room. So we are located right here. Allan is now over there. He's going to come on over and park the bike right there. Okay, go back. Back. This is the room that we'll be staying at tonight. This place is so quiet and tranquil. We even have some cows in the distance, and this is a huge field. We're gonna rest here for the night. We are at Phetchaburi district already, so we're really closing into Bangkok. I know we didn't do too much today because Allan wasn't feeling too good, but we did manage to see the pine tree forest. It was still a very fruitful day and a nice ride, just enjoying ourselves. As always, please do drop a like and subscribe. It really helps to support the channel. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!